Hi friends, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I didn't say any of that to you guys. It's now 2026. Woo! Okay. So I feel like I can't talk right now. I got enough sleep, but I'm still tired. So, okay, let's jump into it. I just drew out my dog. You can't see, you can kind of see. So we're gonna paint him. I'm working on, so my pet portrait commission situation is open. So if you guys want a pet portrait, it's a 6x6, so 6 inches by 6 inches. You can do frame or no frame. Just hop onto my website and check out, but you'd have to email me or DM me on my Instagram a picture of your pet. And make it your favorite picture because that's the picture I will be using to paint them. But anyways, so I need to make a poster. Well, I don't need to, but I want to. I'm gonna make a poster of a couple of like examples of pet portraits and then hang them around La Jolla. So like on like light pole, like, you know, just hang them around. So I need to paint some dogs because we all know I love cats, but I don't paint dogs very often. So I was gonna paint my dog and then a different colored dog. I was thinking maybe like a black dog because I have, so right now, so essentially it's gonna look like this. I've already kind of painted it. I didn't finish this one, so we're gonna paint it again, but like within the 6 inch by 6 inch parameter. And then here's this one. So they're kind of on the lighter spectrum. So I think I'm gonna do a black dog and maybe like a darker cat as well. So we'll have like 2 cats, 2 dogs for the poster for an example. And hopefully that will, you know, be good enough for those who, like, it's good enough examples for those who like don't know if, you know, that they can see my art is good and that it's worth paying for a watercolor pet portrait. I can't talk. I don't know why. I've been just tired lately. And I've gotten like good sleep. I went to bed at like 11 and then I woke up at 7 and kind of just stayed in bed like with my eyes closed till around 8. So I shouldn't feel this way. But I am, as you can see. But yeah, so we're gonna paint my dog, and then I'm in a space where like I have all these projects to do, but I'm also like I'm at my own boss at the moment, so I don't have anyone telling me what to do, so it's like I have to motivate myself to do it. But I think, so I'm currently selling my art at the Cave store. So if you're ever in La Jolla, you want a watercolor original by me, there's some in the Cave store, and then as well in the Fallbrook Art Gallery gift shop. And then I think, I don't know yet, but there's a little corner store down the street from my house. And I'm 99% sure I got my stuff into there. So I'll be selling stickers, like watercolor original, like little handmade cards, and then I'm going to try and get my stuff into another little tourist shop store, cute little gift store down the street from me as well. And then, yeah. This is a long intro, but I feel like it's needed because I haven't been posting as much recently. But this year I'm really trying to like get my art business going just because I'm 28 now. I'll be 29 at the end of this year, and I want to start a family and get married and do all that stuff. So you can never plan. I mean, you can plan as much as you like, but sometimes that's not in the cards, you know? So if I had my way, I'd have my art business like up and running. I mean, it is up and running, but like getting consistent, like revenue from it and being able to like live off of my art. So I want to have that going before I have a baby. So yeah, it's kind of crazy talking about that because it's like I still feel like a kid some days, and then but it's like at the same time I want to start my family and whatnot. But yeah, that's the plan for 2026 is just work hard, get my art out there, try and get into like the San Diego or the open air farmers market, try and get to like Pangea, which is like a really cool store in Pacific Beach near me, and then yeah, just try and make a living off of art. And then obviously my fiance has his job too, so it's not like, it's not just me. Anyways, that was a long enough intro. Love you guys. Let's paint. I might try and talk while I'm painting. I don't know if that's gonna go well though, so we'll see. Either I will or I won't, and you might get a voiceover or something.
Howdy, friends. Welcome to the voiceover portion. You made it. So I thought we'd do something a little different today. I'm just gonna kind of do a tutorial style and walk you through the steps I did to paint my dog, Doiji. So I won't talk the whole time. So I'll like come in and out, you know what I mean? Okay, so right now I just use Holbein to do a light wash over the whole thing, just to like have one unifying color underneath. And because he's a blue healer, there's blue in him. He just looks more blue. And then right now I'm using Winsor & Newton Yellow Ochre to drop in the colored portion of his face. So he's like, it's kind of like an orangey, yellowy brown around his mouth. His dots for eyebrows, his little cute little dots on his cheeks, his bow tie on his chest, and then his legs and his like bottom half are like that color. So I'm just using light wash. I personally don't like I like with my art, at least, like I appreciate looking at it with other art and I think it's awesome. I just don't, it's just not my style or preference. So I don't like water bloom. Like when I'm painting animals more realistically, I don't like the water bloom look or like the typical traditional, and I'm using air quotes, like traditional watercolor look. Like I like it more blended. So I'll wet my brush afterward and have no, color or pigment on it, and then like use that very lightly to blend out the color. So it's not just like one harsh water line, you know what I mean? Like I think it looks good. I just prefer not to do it. You know what's funny too is there's this person I follow on Instagram, and she posted a comment that she got about someone being like, you're not doing watercolor the traditional way, like something like negative like that. And it's such a weird comment to me because it's like art is anything you want it to be. Like I don't have to follow set rules. Like apparently like a lot of people, even I'm starting to look at the comments, they're like, there's all these like air quote rules like for watercoloring, for doing watercolor like paintings, and I think it's kind of weird because it's just like it's however you want to do your own art. It's not like, I don't know. And I also just think that's just a weird comment to write. Like, who cares if she's not? Also, her art is amazing. I forget okay, this sounds terrible, but actually, no, it's not, because we're all like so into social media. How am I supposed to remember every single person's name? Like, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I should remember their name because I like their art, but I don't remember I follow so many people on Instagram. Anyways. Oh, I should talk about my painting. So now I'm dropping in a light wash of where his like shadowed darker parts of his fur are. So like kind of like under his eyes, around his like under and around his inner corner of his eye, and then like his chest area and the parts that are in the shade, not getting hit by light, because the light was at the reference photo I have, the sun was upper left corner, so the right bottom corner is going to be the darkest if you think about it. And I also dropped in some pink into his ears. His ears are pink, but they're more of like a muted pink, so that's also why I dropped down the blue in every spot, like the whole body, is because that blue kind of helps unify it and it mixes with the pink, so it kind of gives it like a more purpley hue, which is, his ears aren't purple, but it's got like more of a pink muted hue to them along with the black. But back to what I was saying. What a weird comment to, like, drop down on someone's watercolor. Like, who oh, okay, now shading underneath his neck, too, of course. But, like, weird, right? Really weird. Anyways, like, you can do art however you want, you know? Like, it really, as long as you're happy doing it, I don't think it matters. Currently, right now, I'm really into, like, what I'm doing, like, more realistic, and I've been practicing a lot, and, like, I've come a long way. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my sketchbook tour of, like, 10 plus years, but I've come a long way with watercolor, and it's, like, it's so crazy to me because I didn't think, I don't know, I'm still learning, of course. It's not like I'm a professional or anything, but, yeah, it's nice to see that, like, my practice and, like, my journey, it's starting to pay off, you know, like, I'm getting better, and I can tell, so it's a good feeling. Okay, and so now, also, I'm mixing my own gray, so I'm using that, like, lavender color, it's more blue to me, from Holbein, with, is it burnt sienna from Winsor Newton? I don't know. I'm in my room. I'm not at my desk right now. I just woke up from a nap. I'm under me covers. Okay, now we're doing a whole wash of the light blue-gray brown situation I made. Just because, you know, again, I like using light washes, so I have to do multiple of them. And right now I'm using the yellow ochre, and I'm smoothing out the kind of like harsh water lines that got left from me putting more gray on top. And, you know, like, as you start adding more, the undercolors kind of lighten up because you're layering on top, which is making that portion darker while the rest isn't being layered upon. So you need to go back and layer more on top. So yeah, and I'm using my damp brush to lightly, I'm not scrubbing the paper, because if you do that, there's rules. There are some rules you should follow for watercolor, at least I think, in this aspect of paper-wise, if that makes sense. I'm still waking up. Okay, so, like, one rule, I think, which is not, like, it doesn't matter, like, okay, let me just say it. I'm just gonna flat out say it. If you scrub your brush too hard, it's like it ruins the paper almost, like the integrity of the paper or something. So it, like, the like, same thing if you erase too hard with your eraser on your paper, it ruins the paper almost, like it takes the toothiness out of it and, like, the grip almost. I don't know how to explain it in professional technical terms. You're just hearing me say this, but yeah, so, like, don't do that, because then when you start to lay watercolor on top of it, it doesn't lay down, like, it just, that part of the paper just got kind of ruined and weird. So it's just, that's one rule I think you should just know. And it's not even a rule, it's just more like a precaution of what not to do. I don't know. Take that information, do with it what you will. Okay, so again, we're using the colors have kind of faded a little bit, and I want to brighten them up, so here comes more yellow ochre. We're just lightly doing strokes, just light, little dippies, you know. His paws look a little weird, honestly. Like, looking back at it, there's probably a couple more details I feel like I should add, but it's done. I'm not filming anymore. You guys, you don't even know. I tried filming this voiceover yesterday so I could just have the video be ready for you. I don't know why. I feel like it's better. I feel better when I post it the day before and it's scheduled to, like, play today. But then when I'm late, like this, like today, where I'm still working on it, and it's like 2:30 right now, then I feel like late. And it's weird because it's like, it's no rule, it's still Wednesday. It said I'd post on Wednesdays. I never said what time, you know what I mean? So, but it's like this weird rule I have with myself. I have a lot of weird rules with myself, and I'm trying to work really hard on not having them. Also just trying to work hard and be nicer to myself. Like there's some days where I'm like, damn girl, you are mean. Like what the hell? You should be nicer to yourself. Like you're stuck with you for the rest of your life. You might as well like it, you know? Yeah, okay. Enough about that. So now I'm painting the impression of fur. I'm not doing every single bit of his fur because that would be just gnarly. So I'm using light strokes to give the impression of fur, and also just think like anatomically wise, fur isn't just like flat on his body. Like obviously it is flat to his body, but it's not just like flat vertical down, so you have to go with the contours of his body. So if like right there, I'm not putting them straight down vertical like how his arm's going. I'm almost curving it with his back. And same with his chest area. And same with his face. Like you need to look at the reference photo, if at least if you want it to be semi-realistic. So like around his eyes, it's curving like eyebrows, like a human's eyebrows, almost like going in a circle around. I'm like doing hand gestures. None of you will see these hand gestures. It's just here to help me somehow explain what I'm saying. But it's like almost like a circle, like a half circle around his face, and then it'll start to like come down across his nose and his cheek. Again, I'm still doing hand gestures. Anyways, you'll figure it out. I think a lot of you are artists already, so you just need to practice and practice. Because guess what? Practice makes perfect. And you figure out your style that way. Part of me feels like I need to as well. Oh, okay, wait. Talk about the painting. Now I'm taking a darker version of the gray and placing it around his nose and starting to blend that upwards. Yes. If you see me click away or like move away, my iPad was about to go down. That's where I have my reference photo. And he's got like a little bit of gray like at the bottom of his nose, so I'm putting it right there as well. And then here I think I used actual Winsor & Newton black a little bit with my gray mixture. And I've learned something with this too. I am not good at painting black, especially the Winsor & Newton black. So I was thinking about it. I was watching a tutorial. I was like, you should mix your own black. You should just be doing that. So now I'm going to mix ultramarine and brown. And so why am I saying this? I'm trying to do my my cat poster, my pet portrait poster that I'm gonna hang around La Jolla and other places, hopefully, and the two examples I have, I'm using this one as one because I love my dog and I think it turned out really cute, and then the other cat is on my short. If you haven't seen one of my newest shorts, that's it. But those are two lighter colored animals, and so I feel like to show better examples, I need to do like one black dog or one black cat. So one of my cats, I took a reference photo of him, and I was going to paint him as an example, and I'm just not doing well at it at all. So like the first time I got mad and was like, and so I covered it all with black wash, which is fine, but I'm like, that's not watercolor portrait. You can't say that because it's not actually watercolor, it's gouache. So then I tried again, and then I was just putting too much pig. I just was unhappy with it. And the way that like the Winsor & Newton black granulates a lot. Oh, okay. Right now also, sorry, I forgot to mention, I just took like a darker black pink. I mixed it with shell pink and black and outlined his ears and kind of dragged a bit of that wash into his ear as well. And then off camera, I painted his eyes brown. And now I'm going back in, deepening the colors as well. I did a little outline using the gray, just so you can see his form a little better. It's not just like wisping off into the white background of the page. And so I'm just like further deepening the shadows and whatnot. And And I don't remember what I was saying, actually. Doesn't that happen to me a lot? It does, where I have to pause and go back and think about what oh yeah, okay, so I'm gonna redo my cat, Drooly, because he's a tuxedo cat, so his face is black, his chest is white, so I was like, okay, that'd be a good example. I've done it twice now, and it's just not, I'm not happy with it, so I'm like, okay, this time you're gonna do it, you're gonna mix your own black color. And then again, I'm using yellow ochre and going back in and lightly adding more and whatnot. His little dots for eyebrows. I talk to my dog a lot. And I'm going off topic, but my roommates, they're all like, he loves you the best. Like, why is it that he loves you? Like, whenever I wake up in the morning, he gets his little wiggle booty and cries and whimpers because I'm awake and he doesn't see me all night. But for everyone else, he doesn't do that. He just lays there and is lazy and he's all, like, literally makes that noise when they come and pet him. But for me, it's not. And I'm like, because I talk to him, like, I say weird shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I say weird stuff to him. And, like, I tell him all the time, I'm like, you have dots for eyebrows. I don't think you know that. Or I'll tell him, be like, guess what? 1,000 years ago, you would have had to hunt your own food. I wouldn't have put it in your bowl for you. You would have had to go with your pack and get it yourself. But yeah, I like talking to him. And then now I'm adding darker, like, lines, like, for the darker parts of his fur, because underneath he's more blue, and then it's like, I call him like a snowy forest. There's like bits of snowy white throughout him. And then he also had like little gray dots. Okay, now I am using a little bit of gouache. It's like watered down, like pretty watered down white gouache from Holbein. Yes. If you don't know by now, I like Holbein and Daniel Smith. I've moved on. When I still use Winsor & Newton, of course, because they have a good pack that's like, I think it's a pack of watercolors that every beginner should have, because it's just, it encompasses all the colors, man. Like, they're just good colors. I think it's good to learn from. That's what I learned from, and then I still have them. So I, like, clearly now with, like, also, I'm terrible at buying colors that I need. I just buy the colors that I like and want to use, but then don't like brown. I don't go out of my way to buy brown, but I need it to paint cats and dogs and other animals. But my dumb butt doesn't do that. It goes, let's buy green. And also, let's buy the same color green multiple times. Like, when I did that with my colored pencils, I'm like, ooh, I like that one. It's like, yeah, clearly you do, because you already have it. Like, holy crap. Anyways, adding white, because he has white fur too. And that's what you do, because that's what you do. Anyways, I really thought I wasn't going to talk this whole time, but I guess you guys got really lucky. Good job. You did something good. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you guys mute me the whole time anyways. Imagine that. What if you got, who knows what you guys do. If you do, that's fine. But imagine me thinking all these years, and most of you are like turning down your volume because you've like collectively decided I'm annoying. Just kidding. I know that's not true. That's just me being like, what if? I know it's not true. Maybe some of you do, and that's fine. I would too. I need water. I don't think I've drinking enough water today. Not at all. I think technically women are supposed to drink like 40 ounces of water a day, which is 1 Stanley. That's terrible. I'm using that as a reference of measurement. 1 Stanley, please. No, what? Oh, no. But I love my Stanley, so you know what? Whatever. I don't take it back. But I drink like maybe 2 or 3 Stanleys. Anywho, drink water, everybody. Drink water. We're made out of it. You should be drinking it more. That's good for you, okay? It's good for you. And we're coming to an end. I did not know what to do for his background. So I was like, you know what? Some people might not want a background. They might want something simple. So I just did a little bit of grass and a little bit of sparkle because I can't go without sparkles. You know what? One of the toughest things I need to do, and it's going to break me. I'm just kidding though. Is I need to make some paintings without sparkles in them so I can turn them into prints, and then when I get the print, then I'll add the sparkles at the end. You know what I mean? But part of me is like, oh, the painting doesn't look good. I don't understand. I can't see the fullness. Like, it has to have everything right all at once, you know? But I have to wait, get the ugly, unsparkly thing printed, and then add it. I'm just kidding. It's not ugly. It's my art. It's beautiful. Buy it. Buy my art. Please. Please. Please, if you know what, this isn't funny. If you know anyone that wants like a pet portrait, please send them my way. It's in a frame. It's only $65 and I make it for you and it looks good. And I love you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified, and if all goes well, okay, bye-bye. I love you. Oh my god.